Hi everyone, ya sabes que Carlos to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite birthday cakes to make. I've been making this cake for my kids for the past almost 20 years when I first tested it. It's just so good. I'm going to teach you how to make my chocolate chip cookie cake, and it's not a Greek or Mediterranean or even a European dessert, but anytime I serve this, everyone loves it. I wish I could take full credit for it, but I saw this on the Food Network and Emeril Lagasse was preparing it. I just made a few little tweaks in the recipe, but he gets all the credit. Let's get started. Okay, we're going to begin with 2 sticks or half a pound of unsalted butter. You want to make sure it's soft and at room temperature. If you forgot to take it out, you can pop it in the microwave for a few seconds just until it softens. Make sure it's not melted. And then add 1 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. I use light brown sugar, it has the best flavor. Half a cup of granulated sugar and 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, and beat that for a few minutes until it's nice and fluffy. Then you want to take 2 eggs that are at room temperature. Same thing with the eggs. If you forgot to take them out, you never want to put cold eggs into cookie or cake batter. It'll harden up the butter and it'll ruin the consistency. So you can put the eggs in a bowl of warm water until they're room temperature. So go ahead, add the eggs in and mix them on high speed until they're incorporated. In another bowl, we're going to get the dry ingredients ready. So I have 2 1/4 cups or 330 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. Just whisk that all together. If you want to add a little bit of warmth to it, you could add half a teaspoon of cinnamon. That does taste good in a chocolate chip cookie. I don't do it all the time. I just do it sometimes, and it gives it that Mexican hot chocolate flavor, but we're not doing that today. Add the dry ingredients a little bit at a time while the mixer is beating on low speed, and then we're going to add the chocolate chips. Lots and lots of good chocolate chips. You want to make sure that you're using the highest quality chocolate that you could find. Ghirardelli is a good brand. Callebaut is an even better brand. Use whatever you love. I have 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. They weigh 12 ounces or 340 grams. And then I add 1 to 1.5 cups of white chocolate chips. Go ahead and add these in right when the flour has been incorporated. Don't beat it too much, otherwise you're going to get a tough cookie. Add the chocolate chips in and beat them just until they're incorporated. Then I take the butter wrappers with whatever little bit of butter that's left on them. I have this round pizza pan. I love using this pan because then you get a round cookie. If you don't have it, you don't have to go and buy a pan like this. You can use a half sheet rectangular baking pan. If it's not a circle, it's totally fine. It'll still taste delicious. Just put a piece of parchment paper on the pan and just rub whatever butter is left on those wrappers onto the parchment paper. And then just carefully dollop all of the chocolate chip cookie dough onto the parchment paper and spread it. Don't spread it out too much. You still want it to be really thick. That way it spreads with the heat of the oven and it doesn't get too thin and overbaked. This is the perfect thickness that you're looking for. My oven is preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to bake on the center rack for exactly 18 minutes. Now that's how my oven bakes. I will underbake it a little more rather than overbake it. If you overbake it, it's just not going to be good at all. So try to underbake it. The edges should be perfectly baked and crisp, and the center should still be gooey. So let this cool completely, and once it cools, you can put it in your freezer for a little bit or even overnight and then make the icing the next day, or you can make the cream cheese icing once the cake cools down completely. So I'm going to take 8 ounces of room temperature cream cheese and put it in my mixing bowl with 4 ounces of soft unsalted butter, 4 cups of granulated sugar, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. This is going to beat first, of course, on low speed and then on high speed until it's really nice and fluffy. Once it's ready, I like to use a piping bag that's fitted with an open star attachment. You want an open star for this just to make beautiful stars on the edge of the cake. It's just a very simple decoration to do. So I fill my bag with it and then I just pipe out little stars, or you can do rosettes all around the cake. If you want to add some color to it, you can add a few drops of your favorite food coloring into this and get it the shade that you like. Decorate the border of the cake just like this. You're going to have lots of icing left over. If you want to half the recipe, you can do that, or you can use the icing for another recipe. But that's it. It's ready to serve. So just like that, the chocolate chip cookie cake is ready. You can make it a day ahead of time and just keep it in your freezer. Decorate it if you're using the cream cheese icing, or you can just serve it plain because it's just so good. This is like the best chocolate chip cookie you've ever had in a giant version. And that just makes it so much easier because instead of making individual cookies and dirtying so many baking pans, you just have to make one big one. I usually double it. Whether I'm having 6 people over or 20 people over, I make at least 2 chocolate chip cookie cakes because this goes fast. I top it with ice cream and I serve it and everybody loves it. The center is still soft. The edges are kind of crispy, just like a really good chocolate chip cookie. The only thing that I did different, Emeril Lagasse adds walnuts or pecans, it was one of those, to his chocolate chip cookie cake. I added white chocolate. Let me know how you're making it in the comments section down below, but definitely give this recipe a try and let me know what you think. You can print out the recipe on the website, dimitrasdishes.com. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes, us.